So testes are the main primary organ of male. If you see the structure of testes, you will see that they are oval in shape. So they are oval in shape, and these testes are, their size is 4 to 5 centimeter in length, and their width is 2.5 to 3 centimeter. So these testes are located in scrotum. So where they are located? They are located in scrotum. So this outer portion is called as a scrotum. So this outer portion is called as a scrotum. And this scrotum is filled with a fluid. This scrotum is filled with a fluid. And that fluid is called as hydrocele. So what is the name of that fluid? That fluid is called as a hydrocele. So now, what is the main function of this scrotum? Inside this scrotum, testes are present. What is present? Testes are present. So here is one testis, here is one testis. So inside the scrotum, testes are present, and these testes are held together by a white fibrous connection. So these white fibrous tissues are called as gubernaculum. They are called as what? Gubernaculum. So inside scrotum, testes are present, and testes are held together in specific position with the help of gubernaculum. This you have to keep it in mind. Next point is, what is the main function of this scrotum? So scrotum plays important role in thermoregulation. So what does this scrotum do? It maintains the temperature less, 2 degrees less than the normal body temperature. So if any person is having body temperature is 37, so what will be the temperature of inside the scrotum? It will be 35 degrees Celsius. So 2 degree will be less, and so due to this, what will happen? Normal spermatogenesis will occur. Normal spermatogenesis will occur inside the testes. So spermatogenesis will occur. And what is spermatogenesis? Spermatogenesis means what? Formation of sperm. Formation of sperm. So inside the testes, sperm will be formed. So the second organ is epididymis. So epididymis is a long coiled tube. It is a long coiled tube. Here you can see that this portion is all about epididymis, and this epididymis is divided into 3 parts. So this part is called as caped epididymis. It forms a cap-like structure over testes. So here a cap-like structure is formed. So this is called as what? Caped epididymis. So this caped epididymis, what happens? Before understanding caped epididymis, we should know that if you see the structure of testes, this is the LH section of testes, you will come to know that these testes, externally it is covered by tunica albuginea. This tunica albuginea is a white fibrous tissue, and inside this tunica albuginea there are septums which divides and form seminiferous tubule. So inside the structure of testes, seminiferous tubules are present. So this septum divides testes into number of seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules are coiled structure. They are coiled structure and they divide into lobules. So there are 200 to 300 lobules are present inside the testes, and each lobule will have 2 to 3 convoluted seminiferous tubules. They will have convoluted seminiferous tubules. This you have to keep it in mind. Next one is each testis. So this is one testis. So in each testis 900 seminiferous tubules will be present. So the production of sperm takes place in the seminiferous tubule, because seminiferous tubules are the structural functional unit of testes. So from the seminiferous tubules, the sperms which are formed, they will go into or they will pass into via this duct inside this reta testes. Where they will go? In reta testes. So from reta testes, they will merge into or they will go into, from here they will go into epididymis. They will go into epididymis via vasa efferentia. They will go into epididymis via vasa efferentia. So the road between reta testis and epididymis is called as vasa efferentia. So now epididymis is divided into 3 parts we have seen. So first is what? Caput epididymis, which is a cap-like structure over the testis. So here what will happen? If you see the caput epididymis, so this caput epididymis will receive sperm. They will receive the sperm from reta testes by many fine structure which are ducts to vasa efferentia. Second part of epididymis is carpus epididymis. This carpus epididymis is present on lateral side. So this portion of epididymis, second portion. So this is first portion. This second portion or second part of epididymis is called as what? Carpus epididymis. Here what will happen? This carpus epididymis is present on lateral side to the testis. So here is one testis, here is another testis. On lateral side, carpus epididymis is present. And what will happen? They will store the sperm. Here the sperm will be stored temporarily. So temporary storage of sperm occurs in carpus epididymis. This you have to keep it in mind. Third part, this part of epididymis is called as caudal epididymis. This caudal epididymis is present at the base region of the testis. So it is a lower part in caudal side of testis, and from here the sperm will pass. The sperm will be produced in seminiferous tubules. From here, this sperm will go into rete testis. From rete testis, it will move into vasa efferentia, and this is efferentia. So this you have to keep it in mind. So from vasa efferentia, they will move into, this is epididymis, and from epididymis it will move to vasa differentia. Organ of male reproductive system is what? Vasa differentia. This vasa differentia, it starts from caudal epididymis, which is tubular, again coil structure, and it is 30 centimeter long, and it comes and joins to the seminal vesicles. After joining to this duct, urine and these sperms will be received. Urine plus sperm will. Below the seminal vesicles, there is a prostate gland. So what is the function of prostate gland, seminal vesicles and Cowper's gland? That we are going to see in separate video. Then again, here number of enzymes, fructose, then prostaglandin, and another from Cowper's gland. Some secretory substance are poured inside these main canal, and it will reach to urethra. Urethra is also an elongated structure, and this is the passage for urine as well as semen. Last one is penis. So it is elongated and it helps in copulation. This you have to keep it in mind. Thank you.